Hey guys, and welcome to my next reaction to The Walking Dead. I am very interested to see where this episode is going to go after where the last episode left off. It's going to be interesting. All right. I do want to do a little bit of a disclaimer at the beginning of this video, and I'm going to try to keep it as brief as possible. And I might sound a little, I don't know, assertive or something, which is not typically the vibe I would like to give off to you guys, but I do want to say this. I was told that my comment section in episode 1 had quite a few people either blatantly or sneakily or, you know, cleverly, they think it's, I put it in quotes because they think it's clever, but it's really not that clever, you know what I mean? Posting spoilers about the next episode, about this episode in that reaction. Get what I'm saying? I'm very aware that some people do have the ability to watch the episodes early. Okay. Well, basically I want to say that there are some people who can't afford to purchase the episodes early, like some of us can. There are some people who are not willing to do whatever else to get the episodes early. And there are just some countries, if I'm correct, I believe that this is true. There are some, you know, regions or countries or whatever that just literally don't even have the ability to get the to pay to get the episode early. All of that being said, if you post spoilers or you allude to what is going to happen in the next episode, like, don't start a comment saying, well, I saw the next episode and I think said blah, 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 or, you know, whatever. I'm kind of just randomly making that up, but, you know, don't do anything like that. Listen, I can't help if people want to post spoilers before an episode has officially aired on Twitter. I can't help that. It's the internet. You're allowed to post what you want, and that's that. I do kind of think that it's slightly inconsiderate, seeing as this is not an option available to everyone. You get what I'm saying? And so I can't help that. I can't help if you just want to post away, but I can help what happens on my reactions. So if you are able to see the episodes early, I'm very excited for you and everything like that. But please do not post or allude to spoilers. And if you do, I will remove the comment, but I will also just ban you from commenting. Okay. Hopefully you guys actually watch this intro. I know a lot of people don't, but it's not cool. There are a lot of different people who come and watch my videos, and I want them to feel as comfortable as they can to go into the comment section. But if you are somebody who is not watching the episodes early, that I also want to just give you a warning that there are some people who are not, either they're just not aware that not everybody has this ability, or they're just being slightly inconsiderate. And yeah, so just be careful, tread lightly down there. But I will do my best to kind of clean it up as time goes on, and so that hopefully some of you guys won't get spoiled. Okay. All right. That's it. I don't like doing that kind of stuff in my intros where I'm like, you better not do this or I'm going to remove your comments. But, you know, I felt the need to say that because I was told that there was quite a few comments getting removed because either people were just literally just blatantly saying what's happening in the next episode, or kind of just alluding to it. So just be careful with that. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Yeah, I mean, she's a fighter. She's gonna get out of this. mean, she slid under the, or something. She pulled a Glenn. She's fine.
Where's Maggie? She was right behind me.
Meek. I have no idea. Oh. Well, we found dog and everything's okay.
Ezekiel's gone.
What?
In anticipation of the next question, I looked everywhere, asked around. No one's saying anything, so I want to talk to him.
But what about people? What have you done with him?
I demand to know where he's been taken.
Calm down. I don't know where your friend is.
I'd like to speak to somebody who can actually give me answers. Who do you report to?
You want to speak to my supervisor?
That's right, we want to talk to the manager.
Yup. Oh, Ezekiel. What's up, dog? Dog, I need you to stop running off, babe. Dog! Oh, not this little tunnel thing, dog. Oh my God. You gotta stop, babe.
You don't know anything about. Your community's large and organized. There's a bureaucracy. You just need to rely on your gut instinct about whether or not the person across from you will or won't murder you in your sleep.
Wow.
I like rules. They bring order to the chaos. My brother, a thoracic surgeon, is living out the Commonwealth and is looking for me. I'd like expedited processing for my group, as per your community's asylum and immigration policies.
Wow.
Where did you go to school again?
What?
Coffee?
Oh, she gets coffee? She gets coffee.
Is he doing? Do you have toilet paper?
Well, shit. I'm excited.
Love her. Oh, Eugene, you can hold it together. You're gonna be okay. I would be so plucked if my dog got me into this shit. Because my ass would follow him too. Ugh.
Walkers.
Yep, it's Maggie, bitch. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
I slipped. He saw, and he left me to die.
Oh. Okay, so let's help you now. Who of you guys got your back?
I don't need fingers to count that number.
And yet somehow, I'm the big old asshole because I didn't risk my nuts for her. Oh! Eat! What happened?
We got lost in the tunnels. Walkers are everywhere. They might have
How'd he get in there? Sasquatch, give me a hand.
We open that, they'll all get in.
It's right there.
I know he is.
The hell with you?
Alden?
Whoa!
Hey, move! Move! Open the door!
Oh, I don't. Oh, yelling at her
I'm
isn't
sorry,
gonna.
okay, I'm sorry. I mean,
Oh no.
I'm sorry. Mac! Mac!
We don't have the ammo to clear them.
Wow.
Let it go.
Oh.
Sorry.
Liar.
Oh God. Okay. Oh God.
Well, when you look at him, all that is the shell of a man who died a coward.
Ooh.
Take.
One day we came across this frail old man.
I pulled out the chloroform rag he was going to use on me.
Whew.
Stuffed it in his mouth. And at the top of the stairs is this shadow, writhing, rocking. Her arms and her legs had been cut off.
Oh, God.
Stitched up. Her eyes gouged out. No tongue. Cauterized gash in her throat where her vocal cords had been ripped out.
Wow.
And whatever was inside of there was trying to get out. And I went upstairs and there were 3 more just like her.
Oh!
But their hearts were still beating. And do you know the first thing I thought? If they're alive, there must be food here.
Oh, wow. Mm.
So I took care of them. And then I found the food. And seeing it, I lost something. Because it has made things so much clearer.
Oh, sweetie. Oh,
Yeah.
sweetie.
It's rare. It has to be.
It means that nobody has it figured out. Nobody ever did. And nobody ever will.
Oh, this isn't. Oh. Oh, that was getting me all sorts of emotional and. Okay. Wow. That's a story. Okay. Oh, really? Oh, really? Listen. All because he went after dog. I would do the same, Daryl. I relate. I relate. Again, much like Maggie, I'm not too concerned for his well-being, but... Where's dog? Where's dog? Oh! Oh! Ah! Stop it, stop it, stop it! Okay, oh dog, you are stressing me the fuck out.
How bad is it? Ain't good.
Huh. Mr. Honesty over here.
Where's the ammo bag?
I lost that too.
Great.
Tell my kids I did dyke out. It's blocked.
Oh, great. Oh, boy. Wow. Woo! Oh! Gabriel! Oh, well, we're fucked. Oh, well, shit. Oh, Maggie. Oh, Daryl, what are you gonna do? Oh, Daryl. Wow! There we go. Let's go, team. I don't really know if we call this a team. A lot of people don't like each other, but you know. Get the fuck, yeah, okay. Okay, let's start off this Walking Dead season with a whole lot of walker killing. My God. Oh my God. Woo! Oh, Eugene is losing it. He is losing it. Oh, Eugene is gonna be
I bet
okay.
that you can't lie for shit. Where is your settlement? And why were you at that train station?
Oh, Eugene.
My 10,000 plus hours of death, loss, and fear have opened me up a little bit. In the course of our travels, I found this radio.
Oh, he's gonna open up about Stephanie.
A voice came back from St. Void. A beautiful voice.
Oh.
And I am, in fact, a virgin. Even though I have observed the act far more times than I care to admit.
Oh. Well.
I'm afraid that if Stephanie finds out that I wasn't honest with her either, that she might want to have nothing to do with me anymore.
Oh, Eugene. Oh, Eugene, you are.
So here I am.
You're killing it. You know what they're not gonna do? They're not gonna hurt Eugene. No, they are not. Oh! Oh, that looks fancy. What in the world? Oh, there they are! Oh, there they are. Oh. Oh, he's so happy. Oh. Oh, we love. Oh, God, I love this crew so much. Like, I just love them. I love them. I love them. Okay.
You have successfully completed initial processing and consideration for asylum and citizenship in these United Townships. When you walk through these doors, you'll be escorted to orientation.
Okay. Okay.
I went to West Point, asshole.
Oh!
Which one of you is Eugene?
Oh, stop.
Who's Stephanie?
Oh! Oh my goodness. Okay. That seemed to be a happier ending than I thought we were gonna get to. I'm still skeptical, but okay. Dog, I need you to stay with the group. Dog. We do not need Daryl going into any more tunnels or just anything right now. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? The fuck? God, they're all the way down the... Oh. Ah!
Let's double back and cut.
Oh my God! What the fuck? No, I don't want to see it! Stop it! Stop it! The scenes! The scenes! The scenes! Sorry, I was just so shocked. I didn't stop the episode. Oh my God. Wow, they're really knowing how to end these episodes. Like, I'm on the edge of my seat. Oh, I have loved the way that the first two episodes have been so far. Wow, there's a lot to talk about. There is so much to talk about. Okay. Oh, what do I don't even know where I start. That was nuts. That was fucking nuts. And horrifying, by the way. Also, kind of a little horrifying. Okay, everything with the Commonwealth. You know, I'm going to just give my disclaimer like I typically do. I have not read the comics and I don't want to read the comics until I'm done with the show. As I have said, I think it makes reactions better. Maybe you don't agree, but it's my channel. So the thing that's really... I'm still skeptical of everything going on because listen, I don't think there's ever going to be a community or whatever that we're going to group of people, whatever, that we're going to come across, and I'm not going to be like, I'm skeptical, because that's just how I feel. Like there's been a mixture of like groups that, you know, as we've watched the show, we've come across who have been great groups of people. And then some have been horrible and some have seemingly been decent, but had flaws, or, you know, so I'm very interested to see this play out. What I do want to say about that whole storyline is my goodness, the four of them together is just magic. That's how I feel about it. I love these four characters together. I think that they work really well together. I think they all have very, very different assets and are very different people, but they just, the way that they interact with each other is just so wonderful. I really, truly, I don't know who sat down in what writer's room and said, which people do we, if we want to open up this Commonwealth storyline, and obviously it seemed like Eugene was obviously going to be a part of that with the conversations with Stephanie and everything like that. But I think the people that they chose and meeting Princess along the way, and I just think that group is just such a wonderful dynamic. And I don't know, I just really love how they are with each other and how they have this, God, Eugene was breaking my heart in this whole episode. I like Eugene a lot. I think he's a great character. But I love that, I love that he was able to, in that kind of interview, give something that was pretty honest, but not give away Alexandria or his people. I don't think Eugene is ever really truly, I know he's brought it up, saying like, we should tell them the truth about where we're from and what's going on with all of that. And people have kind of shut him down. I feel like if everybody else is shutting him down, he's not going to talk about it, because I think he has his own guilt about, or stuff from way back with the war with the Saviors. However, he finished that shit. So let's just be clear. But anyway, I love that we were kind of seeing how he was getting actually like really upset and really worried about like his traveling companions and everything like that, but also just, oh man, I don't know what to make of the Commonwealth. I really don't, because I assume if you have like a really big community that's working out really, really well, you want to be as thorough as you can about people you let in. Maggie's story alone about what the fuck she found, and oh my god, and that whole thing, like, there's some very not great people out there, and it makes sense that you would want to be very careful about who you let. And think about like even just Michonne with her old friend that she, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that like can happen, and which made Michonne so like weary of outsiders. Like, so the strictness, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them yet, but I think I'm not supposed to at this point. So I'm very curious to see where that goes eventually. Oh my goodness. But yes, I loved Yumiko in this episode, just lawyering up. Now, I don't, whether she was right on the money or if they were kind of letting her do her whole lawyer thing, I guess, maybe remains to be seen. But it was nice to see her in that element. That is something that this character really excels at, that we're not really able to see too much in a zombie apocalypse. It's not really something, a lawyer is maybe not the most useful. Doctor, very useful. But as communities are building up, and as this show kind of has progressed and become something completely, all of these communities, and even before everything happened at the end of season 9, just even there was this idea of maybe, Michonne wanting some sort of like actual paper that said we are joined. These communities are all together and stuff like that. Things like being a lawyer or something like that might be very useful after, once a lot of these communities all sort of build up and everything like that. And it's a very interesting universe that they're portraying. It's just, I love the side by side of this episode. I really have loved this two-parter of, we're seeing just this well-established community, or that they want to seem to be well-established, right? And then there's such a well-established community versus the ending of the fucking episode, people hanging upside down, and then these, it looks really intense and a bit ruthless and savage, if you ask me. So it's so interesting that this is the same show. You know what I mean? You're like, it's a little jarring, like going back and forth for, I loved that we opened up this season in this second part with such a crazy Walker sequence in the train. Everything with Daryl. Now it was about halfway through that I was kind of trying to count the bullets. I was like, that's a lot of bullets, but maybe it was fine. But he was doing some work, and then just everybody, with Gabe, and then Maggie with the bow and arrow, and that moment where she gave, Negan the gun, and I was tearing up a little bit, just because it's just like it's a small moment, but it's something. And anyway, I liked that whole sequence. I liked that we got a sequence like that. That was very, like, now it's as the show has gone on, that we've watched it, the Walkers a lot of the times are kind of disregarded, not really the main villain. It's always other people, or, other communities, or just, whatever. But I like that we had a sequence where they were actually, like, in a situation that it was not looking good, and they were able to fight their way through in the start of the final season. I really appreciated that. Okay. All right. I think I do want to talk about Maggie. Where is it? Maggie. It's so interesting, and if they do this well with her character, I'm actually really, I think I'm gonna like this. Okay. Well, I don't even know where to start. Okay. It's, I think, an interesting development, or I don't even know if it's development or it's just happened over time or anything like that, but showing how Maggie has become a bit numb and just wanting to survive, and I think it's a heartbreaking thing to see, but a great, I think, choice for her character. Because I can't tell you how many times that I've said throughout this show, oh my God, can Maggie get a break? Can Maggie get a break? Oh, Jesus. Oh, actually, well, it's kind of like, don't have a significant relationship with Maggie, or have, like, scenes with her, or you're a goner. You know what I mean? And, we obviously start with, I'm going back, okay? We're going to travel. We're traveling with this. when we meet them, whole family, whole farm, for the most part, besides, Beth and Herschel, gone. Didn't go well after a while. Everything was Sean. And her mom. And just stuff, right? And obviously she found some happiness in that time with Glenn and everything and so on and so forth. But if you keep go on to everything that happened with the governor and with her father. Then we got Beth, who that was tragic. Then we go on to a lot of things. I mean, the obvious Glenn. But we don't really stop there, do we? Because we have Sasha and the people that she was really close with at Hilltop. Everything that happened where she was away with Jesus and Enid and these people who she was close with. And you suffer that much loss. And I'm not saying, she suffered a lot of loss, right? People who are close to her. And I think after a while, particularly with her assuming a leadership role, and God, I really truly wish that Rick would be around right now, because I think he is the exact person that she probably needs to talk to and might be able to help her gain a little bit of humanity back. But I think she's kind of okay with her loss. We're gonna get into it. But I can't even imagine losing the most important person in my life, let alone so many of the others in that fashion where it just kept happening. And her as a leader, she starts to feel this responsibility, right? She starts to feel responsible for either the people that she left behind. I mean, I can't imagine. We didn't really ever focus on this, but I'm going to bring it up because I think it's an important thing to maybe discuss a little bit to get into what her mental state is becoming or has become. She would obviously the leader of Hilltop, and she's had to make some decisions that maybe some people didn't agree with. And stuff like that to protect her people, but she eventually left. She needed to. For her own mental sanity with everything, with the trauma that is in her head, anyway. And she leaves for something to take care of herself instead of taking care of others, which is, she's always kind of been a person who's tried to take care of others, right? And then people died because maybe, I'm not entirely sure that the events of what happened with the Whisperers would be any different if Maggie was there. Okay. That's a hypothetical situation or whatever. However, she probably feels a certain type of way about that, a certain guilt about that, and I think especially her becoming a mother and her going through everything that she went through with this community, this I mean, I'm not even going to touch on the community that she eventually got to, that got, that is, I mean, just absolutely brutally murdered. And she's seeing these horrors and these good people that she loves and she cares about die horrifically over and over again. And she, I think, if I'm trying to deep dive into who she is, has sort of switched, and she's like, you know what? I'm going to do what I need to do for my son to be alive. That's it. And she's making some tough calls that are probably not very popular, and I'm positive not popular with the audience, but that the whole thing with Gage, it's a tough call, and I think in her mind she was like, I'm just not going to risk it. And I think really truly a little bit of her lighthearted humanity that used to exist in her has gotten chipped away by trauma. And yes, in leadership, a lot of the times you do have to make some tough decisions, and sometimes you're maybe not gonna do make the right decision, or, and that's heavy falls the burden, you know what I mean? But I actually personally like that they're really exploring what has happened to her because of everything that she has been through. And that's what I love the most about the show. I'm getting a little emotional, I'm sorry. But I love the most about the show is that these characters are not, they suffer heavy trauma, a lot of them do. And I can't tell you the amount of times that I've seen what this woman has gone through, and I've been like, God, how is she holding it together? If you put her side by side, and this is what I love about the show, put her side by side with like Carol, who has also lost a lot, right? And Carol is a little more impulsive, right? I think that's fair to say, right? With some of her actions, with the grief and everything that happened with Alpha, and you know what I mean? But I love that it was slightly more subtle over time with Maggie, that she's just gotten a little bit more ruthless. And certainly, can I just say this? Lauren, that story she told, I was captivated the whole way. I was just sitting here. I mean, you guys could probably see it in the reaction, but I was just like, oh my God, like what the fuck? It made me sick to my stomach. And when she said she saw this horrific thing, she described something horrific, right? Absolutely horrific. What? Oh. With these women, and the fact that the first thought that came into her head was, oh, well, if they're alive, there has to be food here. Wow. I love that they're showing how desensitized she has gotten. And we'll literally think about seeing the person that you care about most in this world, besides your unborn child, or even with your unborn child, or whatever, I'm not gonna rank them, get a very brutal death. That, I mean, not even to talk about the trauma that does to you, but just the fact that just seeing that, seeing the man that you love more than anything in this world get his head bashed in like that, and then what honestly can you see after that that would be worse? I'm being genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And she can see some horrific things, and now it's not really fazing her. Now, what does that mean about her as a leader? That's the question, I think, that hopefully I think we're going to explore. And I hope that she will be able to come back a little bit from that. I hope that would be something. Because it's just why I say I wish that Rick was around. Well, I wish that Rick was around for a multitude of reasons, but I think there's something that he's done that. He's gone to the point where he was a little too ruthless at times, right? Also times where I think a lot of us would agree he had to be ruthless. Sometimes maybe we don't agree that he had to be ruthless. That's the thing, nobody's perfect. But where he was able to rein himself back with the help of people around him. So I am really interested how they're going to tackle this. Interested in how they're going to tackle this. I find this also fascinating. And I love that. This is why I love this show so much, because they really do take, each character and they try to explore what's going on with them. Not just physically, but mentally. Now, it looks like they're in a whole bunch of shit right now, so I don't really know that we're really going to explore that just yet. But I'm very interested to see where they go with this, and to see Maggie's mental state get explored a little bit more with all of that. And if there will be some people who will be able to maybe help her. This is a woman. This is an amazingly strong woman that has some scars, and I think it's interesting because she's very capable. Do you know how much I was worried about her when she fell off? Nope, I was not. She's capable, but she might be losing a little bit of her humanity a little bit, and that's going to be an interesting thing to explore. And how does that affect her as being a leader? I'm very curious about that. Okay. I rambled on about that for way too long. I'm so sorry. Yeah. It's very interesting. I don't know what else I really have to say. I did agree with the whole thing of, when Negan, I like that they didn't harp on him too much. I mean, there was a little bit of it with, leaving Maggie behind and everything like that, but I don't necessarily blame him that much for doing that, especially if she's saying that she should, she thinks about killing him all the time, whatever. But, I will say this, the one thing that I will say, and I think I said this in the last reaction, is just like, what is it that Daryl says to Andrea? Where he's like, next time you shoot me, best pray I'm dead. You know what I mean? That's it. you're gonna leave her to die, and you don't want people to be annoyed with you after, maybe. But I don't, I think he made a good point where it's just like, listen, she's saying how much she wants me to die. I'm not gonna stick my neck out to be like, come on, Maggie, let's be best friends. Like, anyway, I'm very interested to see where this season goes. I loved the first 2 episodes. I think they've been amazing, and it just makes me really excited. So, all right, I've talked long enough. I'm so sorry. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you are here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.